Let's start today's session. Today's topic is a very interesting one: emotions and relationships and their effect on health. So, some quick FAQs before we get into the session. One of the questions was need more information on fasting do's and don'ts. So, fasting is a process by which it's a cleansing process. Whatever contamination is there in the body, through fasting, we actually try to remove that. And this can be it's done in different religions, different ways. Like in Islam, during Ramadan they fast for 30 days. In Christianity they fast for 40 days during the Easter, right? So also in Hinduism, we fast on Ekadashi, on the 11th day of the full moon and new moon. There are different stages of fasting. The first ideal stage is fast without eating anything. That's the ideal stage. If that is not possible, fast with taking water. That is not possible, fast with taking juice.
How many hours of fasting?
So it depends, varies from religion to religion. Ekadashi fasting is 24 hours fasting. From today morning, yesterday night dinner will be the last meal. So today whole day no fasting. Tomorrow will be the Dwadashi day. Then you can break the fast. So first is without eating anything. Then with water. You can take little water and continue. Next is take juice. Whichever category we can start with. If with juice we are not able to do, then take with fruits. Fruits and continue fast. If that is also not possible, there are some non-grain things which are available like varai and certain non-grain items. With that you can continue. If that is also not possible, then there is no fasting at all.
Get into acidity.
Correct. Yeah. How to handle that? So when we are fasting, for the first few times, it will feel very uncomfortable. We will feel very uneasy. We will feel very tired, and consciously in our mind we have made it that I am hungry. I am fasting. I am hungry. So the body is generating those hunger enzymes. So this hunger enzyme is there, and food you don't give. That is when acidity happens.
I can tell my experience where I wanted to fast and 2 meals I skipped. I was having only fruits and I knew I had a headache. Then I had to eat something.
Correct. So stomach is related to headache, to head. So either when there is indigestion, we will start feeling headache, right? Or when we don't eat, we start feeling headache. And over a period of time, it becomes a mental block for us. So if you mentally prepare that I am not going to eat for this whole day, today is Ekadashi, then we will not have gastric problems. Because we are not mentally prepared, body on its own is producing these hunger enzymes. We are feeling that we are weak. So the moment we think that we are becoming weak, body will start producing hunger enzymes and will start giving you the hunger. And that time, if you don't give food, they will get gastric problem. But over a period of this is only for the first few days. First few days of fasting, Ekadashi, first few days Ekadashi, you will have all these problems. After that, the mind is said, okay, today is a fasting day, and body will not produce the hunger enzymes automatically. It's just a practice. It's just a mindset that we have to get over it. Otherwise, if it's hunger, we have to give food. So one place I am saying, if it's hunger, give food. Another place I am saying on fasting day. So fasting is important, right? But on a normal day, if you are hungry, you should eat. On a fasting day, you should mentally prepare that, okay, I had my dinner yesterday night. Next time you feel hungry only one day after. So when we set mind like this, mind will balance it out itself. One more example for mind balances. We keep alarm, right? Just before going to sleep, tell that I'm going to get up 5 minutes before the alarm. Automatically, body will wake you up. I keep alarm every day, but 99% of the time, I get up and I switch off the alarm. I will be up by 5 minutes. It's more of a mindset. How once we control our mind, then mind can do wonders for you. But uncontrolled mind can do havoc for you, right? So this way we can control the mind and we can control the acidity by telling that next meal I'm going to have only 1 day later. But in this course of time, during this fasting, sometimes you are feeling hungry. Go ahead, have water, have juice, based on your thing. It's not that you are fasting and you are going on sleeping. right? You fast and continue to do your normal work, that's when it will be effective. There's a different thing, water only fasting, wherein you drink water and you don't do anything. That's a different thing. But a food fasting, you should fast and continue to do your normal thing, whatever you do. Then only it will be effective. Otherwise, it is not going to be effective. If you are fasting, saying in the name of fasting and going and sleeping, then the body is not going to burn those extra calories and extra fat.
And to that point, what I have noticed personally is typically when you get into it, we delay it saying that I'll do it on some day when I am free at home.
Correct.
That's a deadly combination.
Correct.
You have to do it when at work.
Correct. Normal
you
day
are
you should do.
working, and the window of that 12 to 1 or 1 whenever you eat, once that window is through, you don't remember. Then you only know at 4 what the window of tea or snack or
Correct.
whatever.
We have trained our body like that.
So I personally felt like, to your point on, do when you are working and it's a normal workflow, and
Correct.
you are less conscious about the windows of when you have to eat.
True. So do your normal thing, continue to fast. Second, this weekend we had a trekking. Some of the people from this group joined. So it's a wonderful experience. Like, go to a forest on top, climb the mountains, and you don't have mobile signal. It's a major relief. Because mobile signal is not there. You don't have to check your WhatsApp. Right? You come out of your normal routine cycle.
When did you start from here, Bangalore?
We started Bangalore Friday night.
Okay.
And we reached there on Saturday morning. Saturday trekking. Till
It's around 150, 400 kilometers.
No. It's 370.
Ahobila.
So different. One good thing about Bangalore is it's located in a place where a lot of trekking options are available. The Western Ghats, whole range of Western Ghats are there. So trekking, mountain climbing, just go get lost on at least once in a month. And when you come back, right, you feel so much energized and so much refreshed. So I'm getting a lot of requests to organize more trekking trips. So let's see how it goes. And
all that was shared on WhatsApp, because the email it was not, right? And
I think I shared some photos on WhatsApp.
No, the event itself, like the schedule and the event, because I'm subscribed to the mailer.
And I think in mailer it was not. It was more of some close.
WhatsApp it is coming up.
So okay, that I have to channelize now. Some communication is happening on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Because WhatsApp is more active group, so things come there. So next we'll start putting in the mailer also.
And you trek for 2 days.
So we start the trek. We actually reached the place a little late. So we started the trek around 11:30. 11:30 we started, and around 4 o'clock around 4-5 we trek, because it's a hilly area, forest area it is actually. So after 5 it becomes very dark. After 6 it becomes pitch dark, and nobody is allowed to go. So we have to return back. So 11 to 4 or 5. Same second day also.
But how will you cover 11 temples in that time?
9 temples. You can cover it. Not very difficult. Pretty much doable. Next thing is farm visit. A lot of people was asking to come and visit the farm. In Ahobila, yes. It's a temple pilgrimage kind of a spot. So apart from this, there are so many options of trekking. Like overnight journey from Bangalore, you have like Dudhsagar, you have Mullayanagiri, you have so many. Kudremukh, so many options of trekking. And Western Ghats, we are blessed with Western Ghats. One mountain, 1 week also you do, you'll need like 6 months to cover everything. So much options are there. So just explore those options, be with nature, and it's like rejuvenating us. Farm visit, a lot of people wanted to visit the farm this weekend. This weekend I might be going outside Bangalore, so this weekend the farm visit, I'll not be there. But if you want to, you can still go ahead and visit the farm. I can share you the contact. Next weekend I'll be there, so people can. And those who are not aware, we are trying to do a small sandbox farming, weekend farmers we call ourselves. Every weekend we go, we have a farm, we go there, we try to grow something, and weekdays there's somebody else to take care. So a lot of the difficult work, the hard labor we do on the weekend, and weekdays it's comparatively less labor kind of work. So basically we are trying to learn farming, because At least for our generation, if you ask somebody where the food comes, we will say food is coming from Big Bazaar. Food is coming from Amazon now. But next generation, if you ask where the food is coming, they will say food is coming from Pizza Hut. Food is coming from Swiggy. Right? So at least to the next generation, we want to pass on this, that food is coming from the farm. Right?
People are catching up with this millets and all. I have seen that. People are catching up.
Yes. It's becoming more.
Startup now in another few years.
It's good. More information that goes. First thing will happen, the price will go up because the supply is less. The farmers are producing less because the demand was less. So now the demand is more, so prices will go up. So seeing this, what the farmers will do is they'll start growing more and more. So eventually the price will come down. And it is good. The more millets we eat, the better it is for us. When we started eating rice and wheat and this sugar, we are getting all kinds of diseases. We switch back to our staple food, that is a millet, we'll have lesser disease. Another thing that is coming up is ecotourism. So on a weekend, we go to farm and we learn full-fledged farming. What we are doing in our farm is very, very sandbox, very, very basic, right? Very, very elementary thing. But ecotourism would be something like we go to a place and we learn full-fledged farming from experts like Dr. Khadar. So he is willing to help us in teaching farming because, as I told, the next generation will think food is coming from Pizza Hut.
Planning for this, Dr. Khadar.
Yes, we are trying to get his contact. We actually, my friend Krishna went last weekend, and they call it as Kadu Krushi, means forest. It's up near Mysore. So it will be like a weekend trip. Friday night we leave here, Saturday, Sunday, and Sunday night we come to back.
Want to share information in WhatsApp?
We are still working out the plan, how much it will cost, his availability, all that is we are just planning out.
That might be helpful for the other farm which they are going, right?
Yes, because that ecotourism which Dr. Khadar is going to do, is going to give us a lot of information, right? What we are trying in Nelmangla is very, very basic, elementary, ABCD. What he is going to teach is all his years of experience is going to give us. That's going to help a lot of people. Somebody who wants to set up their own farm can do it. Somebody who wants to do a sandbox project like Nelmangla can do it. Because the whole thing is, we are getting a lot of this genetically modified food. No matter how, whatever people say organic, this is organic, 24-hour mantra organic, that organic, this organic. Organic cannot be done on a commercial basis. If you have to do it on a commercial basis, you need to have a larger shelf life. You need to have a larger shelf life, you need to spray chemicals. So best organic is you grow yourself. Right. Some question on the chat? That's okay. Continue. Okay. So that was a quick, kind of FAQ. What is going on, and quick updates and FAQs. One more question that I got asked is, what is that I tell in most of my speeches before I start? So in fact, not only in the beginning of the speech, in between also I'll be saying, because most of our discussion are somewhere kind of little having negative tone to it, right? You're talking about diabetes, you're talking about cancer, so all this negative, right? So we get into a cycle called as captivity of negativity, right? So there was one lady, she was doing a lot of research on cancer. One day she actually got cancer. Because the mind-body system works in a way, whatever you think, whatever you keep on saying, right, it actually gives you that. Whether it is good or bad, you ask it, it will give that. There's a video called as The Secret.
Yeah.
So please, if you have not seen it, please see that.
Law of attraction.
Yeah. Law of attraction. So we keep on saying that your karma, your mind-body system, the world will give you that. So we're talking about all diseases and all these things, we don't want to get that. So in between, to lift the mood from negativity to positivity, I say that, whatever I say is Bhagavala model, means let everybody be happy, everybody be good, everybody be healthy, prosperous. That's what I say in the beginning, and in between also I'll keep saying that. Yeah, whatever, you just to lift your mood from negative to positive.
G-O-D,
Yeah, Yeah, whatever works for you. Today's topic is emotions and relationships. So emotions are two types, negative and positive. Negative emotions can affect our health. Positive emotions are good for us. So what are these negative emotions? Fear, sadness, worry. When there is fear in the system, right? When there is fear, it's very dangerous for the kidney. We would have seen some small kid, bedwetting. We will say out of fear it has done. You will never say out of happiness it is done. You will never say out of sadness it is done. Because fear is one emotion in the body that will take out all the water energy from the body and throw it. Right? Only in fear. We will never say in sadness the child bedwetted. No. In happiness, no. In fear only it will do. So we earlier saw that how taste is connected to organs. The taste of sourness is connected to eyes and kidney. The taste of the spicy taste, the astringent, the pungent taste is connected to skin and breathing and lungs. Right? So this way tastes are connected to organs. Similarly, emotions are also connected to organs. So the more somebody is having fear, the more weak his kidney will be. Right? Because water, kidney, all these are connected. Every drop of water we put is a work for the kidney. So somebody is having fear in the system for whatever reason, as a child, as an adult. So fear of work, fear of job, whatever. If there is fear in the system, that person's kidney will be weak. So we have to see how it can come out. If there is sadness in the system, the person will not feel hungry. If some person's family there is a death, right? The person will not feel hungry. The relatives will be forcing, eat something. The person will not feel hungry at all, because when there is sadness, there won't be hunger. So the body knows this person is sad now. He will not be able to produce the digestive enzymes, right? So I will not give hunger. Automatically that person will come out of that sadness sometime, and that time only he will become hunger. We can see in our life, when there is sadness, there won't be hunger. The body, mind system will be fully occupied with it. So that time if we give food to that person, what will happen? That food will not be digested. Food that is not digested properly is the cause of all kinds of problems that we have been here. So when there is sadness in the system, they won't be hungry. Don't force that person. When the person comes out of sadness, he will worry. There is a difference between sadness and worry. We understand, right? So, for example, say there is a death in the family, that is sadness, and say that person is a bread earner, or that person has stored all the wealth somewhere and not told where is the key of that locker, then it becomes a worry. Right? The person has not written the will on your name, then it becomes a worry. So that's the difference between sad and worry. So worry is very dangerous. Worrying has not solved even one single problem of even one single person. But we always end up worrying. So this is one nice incident. This was during the World War II. So there is this Navy person in the US submarine tank, and the tank is being bombarded from the top from Japanese ships. So he's in the submarine tank. So he's under a lot of stress and a lot of worry. So that time he just thinks, throughout my life I had so many worries, but today is the biggest worry of all, right? If I don't know whether next day I will live or not, because from top they're continuously throwing shells, and his submarine has no escape, because underwater you cannot go at any speed. So you're like trapped. So there is no chance, or very, very less chance of him surviving. So that time he says one nice thing. Later on he comes and writes a book and shares experience and all that. So what he says is, throughout my life I did worry for so many things which were so very insignificant. I could not buy a costly pen. I could not buy a new iPhone. I could not buy a car. My car was smaller than the car of my neighbor. Right? So these were the kind of worries he was having, and we are also having like this. Unworthy worries. Right? That day he decided that, okay, if I am able to live tomorrow, I will not have any worries which I was used to have earlier. Right? So fortunately for him, he was able to survive. Later on he came back and he shared his experience and wrote a book. Right? So this worry is not going to help us. In fact, it is going to damage us more and more. our health is going to get damaged more and more because of this one dangerous thing called as worry. Because fear and sadness and other negative emotions are very temporary. They just come and go. They just come and go. Their damage is comparatively less. But worry is a damage that can create a lot of things. It can spoil a person's health, life, everything. When there is a need to worry, or when there is a situation you put in to worry, there are 3 simple steps which we can do. Okay. First step is analyze what is the worst case. This was also shared by a person. His experience he was sharing. He was into civil construction kind of industry, and he had completed the construction. Later on, he realized that whatever he has done is not proper. Right? If people start using that bridge, it is going to collapse. That kind of a thing. So he went to a stage of committing suicide. Then he stepped back one step and he did this analysis, 3-step analysis. What is the worst thing that is going to happen? In this case, I have constructed a bridge, and if the bridge is used, it is going to collapse. So government came to know, they stopped the people from using the bridge. So what is the worst thing that can happen? Will they hang me? No. Will I get jailed for a few years? Maybe yes. Maximum that only. I'll get jail for a few years. My name, reputation will be spoiled as a builder. Yes. This is the worst that can happen. Analyze. If you're having the worry, we are part of the problem, we are not part of the solution. So come out of that worry stage and analyze. First step is analyze. What is the worst can happen? Of course, you don't expect the worst to happen. Analyze what worst can happen. Next step, what is the corrective measure? What can be the corrective measure? And implement it with faith. So the corrective measure was to try and get some more consultants and try to solve the problem. So he was able to get the consultants, and whatever damage he had done could be able to repair at a very low cost. And finally he came out of that, and again he went ahead to write a book and share his experience. So analyze what is the worst case, what is the worst case that can happen, prepare for the best, and implement it with faith. When you're implementing, don't have that worry again. What if it goes wrong again? Let it go again. Again, to follow the same steps. Analyze, prepare for the worst case, implement it with faith. Otherwise, worry is not going to help. So these are negative emotions.
Which part of the body gets affected?
Worry? Worry, the entire body gets affected.
No particular organ.
First thing is mind.
And mind stops working, and that's it. And there are positive emotions also. So I'd like to share a video. Can you keep it?
In the last 6 months, more than 1,000 books have been published about it. Universities around the world are teaching on it. For 30 years, scientists have been studying it. Governments are appointing cabinet positions to oversee it. The United Nations named an official day after it. Google Analytics proved people are searching for it. In fact, it's one of humanity's oldest pursuits.
What do you think it is? It is humanity's oldest pursuit. Google says it is most searched thing, and everybody is searching for it. From childhood till now, till we grow old, we are always searching for only one thing. That is happiness. Let's see what are the effects of happiness in the further video.
We are wealthier, more educated, and live longer than any previous generation. And as a nation, the U.S. is one of the wealthiest, most powerful, and technologically advanced. And in the most recent World Happiness Report, the United States ranked.
We think that becoming more wealthy, more technologically advanced, more equipments will make us happy, right? And we know that US has more of these things. And we expect that it will be number 1 in happiness ratio also.
17.
But actually it's not the case.
And during the Great Depression, when there was little to be happy about, we were actually 18% less depressed than we are now. Lindsay taught that hard work equals success, which equals happiness, right? Wrong. Research proves happiness is actually a precursor to success.
happiness is serious business, right? People who are happy actually recover from illness faster. They are able to set and achieve goals. They are able to earn higher incomes, right? And this is not something that is unknown to us, because we are hardwired to be happy. In all the emotions, we never wanted to be sorry. Nobody wants to be sorrow. Nobody wants to be sad. Nobody wants to be in fear, right? Did we ever feel that we want to be in fear? No. We always want to be in happiness. From a small child to a person who's going to die in the next moment, we are always want to be happy only, right? So we are hardwired to be happy. Our natural position is to be happy. Shastra says, Satchid Ananda. Ananda means happy. We should always be happy. That is our natural position, to be happy. When we are happy, it's our natural position. Automatically, all the positive things will start happening. We'll be recovering from illness faster versus a person who's worrying, right? So, during the time of Napoleon, right? Napoleon had everything that a person can ever imagine, right? He was the most powerful person. He had all the wealth in the world that he needed. He had servants to take his order, and the ideal kind of a thing that anybody will ever imagine. He had everything there. But he says in his life, entire life, he was happy hardly for 6 days. 6 days only. And same time, there was another person, Helen Keller, who was blind by birth. And she says that life is so beautiful. Every day I am happy. Right? So how we take it makes a very difference. Say a 100 rupee note is fallen on the ground, and a beggar is walking, and he sees the 100 rupee note. He is so happy and picks it up. Right? Oh, I got 100 rupee note. I will get food today. We are walking. We'll also be happy today. Ambani is walking. He sees a 100 rupee note. Probably he will be feeling that by the time I bend down and take this 100 rupee note, I would have actually lost a few crores. Right? So seeing that 100 rupee note, he'll be actually depressed. Right? So the 100 rupees note is not happiness, not distress. Right? Way we react to it is the happiness or distress. Right? A person who's struggling to pass 36 marks will be heaven for him, especially guys, right? 36 marks you pass, get a theory paper, is like, wow. And on the other side, there will be people who are like, who'll be crying after getting 95 marks. So 35 or 95 is not stress or happiness, it's just how we react to that. And if our reaction is happy towards that, it is going to help us only. We are hardwired to be happy. If we are happy, a lot of things will be automatically happening to us. Right? So happiness is serious business. And there are a lot of laughter clubs to induce laughter and happiness. Because when you laugh and happy, all the chemical that is produced in the body is very essential or very good for the body. Right? So this little bit about emotions, of course, a very, very big topic. I think this session will serve as a pointer to go ahead and do your own research, right? So at least a few takeaways from the emotions part is worrying has never helped anybody and is not going to help anyone. Take the three-step analysis. What the worst case that can happen? What will be the next corrective measure? And implement it with faith. It's the one way of coming out of the worry. And happiness. If you are happy, automatically things around us will start. Happiness is like contagious disease. You are happy, you are smiling, you just pass it on. The people you are seeing, they'll also be happy. And happiness is something that when you spread, it grows more. Happiness, knowledge, and food. When you share, you actually get more. Right? And human being is a kind of animal who want to be happy only in a group. Right? Say, suppose we have our friend Rajan here, and whatever he asks, we give him. So he says, Mercedes car, given. Bank balance, given. Pizza 3 times a day, given. Everything we give, but we put and lock in this room and go. Right? So will he be happy? Probably for a few hours. Then after some time, he'll start becoming bored, right? So human being, not you?
Tihar jail.
Yeah. So you want all these things, why are we earning money, why are we doing all these things? We want this money to kind of one way show off to others, another way to be happy in a group. Human being will be happy in a group, right? You put a person and lock it and give all the facilities, he's not going to be happy. Human being will be happy only in a group. Only when there is a relationship, they will be happy, right? A relationship with father, mother, spouse, kids, friends, right? We will be happy only with this. If we take out all these things, there is no point of happiness. There is no concept of happiness, right? So either you have to go to forest and don't come back, or sit in Himalaya. Right? So happiness we can have only as a group, humans. So when we are dealing with people, basically there are a couple of personality types, right? So I don't want to use the word male or female. I'm just calling it as personality 1 and personality 2 because there are a lot of, it's not that it's stereotyping. Men can also have these qualities, men can also have these qualities. There are a lot of friction and fight that happens in the family because we have not understood the other perspective of it, other side of it. We think that, men think that women also should be think and feel like me. On the other hand, women are thinking that men also will feel and think like me. No, it's different. We'll see a couple of examples. So, men, it says that men will think from the mind, and women will always think from the heart, right? So men will be very calculative, how much money you have to do, how much. So it's very, very calculative, very, very materialistic, very, very to the point. But whereas women will also always consider emotion, right? How the other person feel, this way. So in Tamil slang, when they are referring to men, they'll always be told that such a heartless man he is, right? It will never be told to a woman that such a heartless woman. It will never be told, because men are thinking and reacting and feeling from the mind, right? Such a heartless man he is. So for women, if they have to say, they say she has no brain. So, so don't be wrong. This is in a slang, not my words. So because they are thinking and feeling everything from the heart, so they attach a lot of emotions to each thing that they do, each thing that they say. That's a word. And men and women are brought up differently, right? So at least in India, when the child is born, if it's a girl child, it's very unfortunate, but that's what it is. So when it's a girl child, all the relatives will start saying, "Oh, you have to start saving. You have got more expense." It's unfortunate, but that's how. So from the childhood, the girl is always hearing these kind of things. That is, it's changing.
Different for a girl and a man, you know.
Yeah.
Scenario is very, very different.
Correct.
For a man and a woman.
Correct. Work from home for a man is just work.
Yes.
Work from home for a woman is work for home and from home. Combo. Right. So, and when a boy child is born, so the thing is, okay, no, he is going to, he's going to make my life better. He's going to earn more money. He's going to become engineer, right? That 3 Idiots movie. Ladka hai to engineer, ladki hai to doctor. So like this, we are stereotyping when they're born. They're just few days old or few hours old, and we are sticking label to them already. So this is the expense. This guy is going to earn money. So that goes into the system, and that impacts their thinking and behavior to a large extent. Suppose say there's a businessman and he has only one child, and that child is a girl child. So that girl child he'll bring up in a way, telling that you are my next owner, right? Though it's a girl child, he's always feeding and telling you have to take care of my business. You are going to improve my business. So the child will be brought up certain way. On the other hand, there are parents who are having a middle class family. They're having boys, they're having girls. So their bringing up will be different, and that will go on in forming the personality of the child in a large extent. So we have to always understand how that person has been brought up, what are the things that have been told to him which has created this personality. If we don't understand, we will always have friction or always have confusion or fight with that person. Priorities for men and women are different. Priority for men, because they are thinking from the mind, it's more of money, business, how much I have to earn, how much I have to save, which car I have to buy, gadgets, which car I have to buy, which phone I have to have, right? What next new talent I can get out, like this. But for the personality 2, it's more about family, right? How I should take care of my kids, how I should take care of my parents, how I should take care of my thing. So it's the priorities are different. Problem solving, this is a very interesting part of the whole thing. So men in their brain have different boxes, okay? One box for family, one box for money, one box for career, one box for this thing. And they also make sure that each boxes don't touch each other. Everything is independent. Okay? When they're thinking about money, they're thinking about money. That's it. When thinking about family, they're thinking about family. That's it. Each box don't touch each other, don't collide each other. And they have a very interesting called as the nothing box. What is there inside the box? Nothing. That is a men's problem solving box. Most of the time what will happen is the person will be sitting and watching, TV will be on. For sure his eyes are on the TV, but definitely he is not watching the TV, right? He is like totally absent. But eyes are on the TV and like holding the remote and like sitting. For sure you know that he is not interested in the TV, something else is going on in his mind, right? Basically he is into the nothing box. Why the TV is just a escape, right? Otherwise you cannot simply sit and stare at the wall, right? So TV is running or newspaper is there in front of the hand, but he's got into his nothing box, basically his problem solving. So that time the wife will come and ask, what are you doing? So he doesn't want to get disturbed from the nothing box, so he'll say nothing, not thinking of anything, nothing. They continue to do. But the wife will know that something is there. So she'll keep on probing. What is it? Tell me. How can I solve? I am your better half. I can help you solve. No, just leave them, because that is the way of a guy will solve a problem. If he doesn't talk to anyone, he just shuts off all other operations. He will successfully solve the problem and come out of it. And when he comes out of the problem, he'll tell what he was thinking. He'll say, tomorrow this guy is going on PTO. I was just thinking how to handle that work, whom to assign, who will be the backup resource. So that time the wife will not be ready to accept it. Such a small problem you're thinking so seriously? Really? Do you expect me to believe that? Right? But that's what the guys do. They, even small problem, they go into the nothing box, they logically solve it, and then they come out of it. On the other hand, women problem solving is different. So women, they have already solved the problem, okay? They are very genius, they already solved the problem, and they want the guy to just hear the problem, that's it. That is their problem solving technique. If there is a problem, they'll come to the guy and they'll start explaining the problem, okay? And they'll start giving 5 options, 5 solutions they'll give, okay? But guys, what they do the biggest mistake. When they hear the problem, they start giving the solution. It's the biggest mistake. Because a guy will think that if I'm not able to solve the problem, I'll go to another person to get a solution. If I go and tell my problem to somebody, I'm expecting a solution. That's what guys will do. And they think that women also will do that same thing. It's not the case. They're telling a problem, right? It doesn't mean that you go ahead and give your solution. That's the stupidest thing to do. When they're telling the problem, they'll give 5 solutions also. After giving 5 solutions, one by one, they will eliminate the 4 solutions and finally come up with 1 solution, which they already came up at the first point itself. You have to just be audience. Don't try to give a solution. Because if you give a solution, the thing will be like, come on, I know that better. I know better than you. Like, but that's how the personalities are made. That's how it is. So one personality goes into the nothing box, solves the problem and comes out. Another personality talks about the problem, gives the solution, eliminates the problem and comes out. Because we don't understand this, we try to step into each other's foot, creating friction in the family. So guys in the nothing box, the wife will come and keep up. Okay, what is it? Tell me. So guys, the guy will become fed up and say, I have some other meeting, and he'll go out. Most of the guys go late to home because they want the problem solved and then go to home. So they'll be simply going out of the home and simply chatting with some friends. They say, I have important meeting, just get out of the, because they want to solve the problem and somebody is not allowing them to solve the problem. They're asking questions. Women think men are also multitasking like them. Unfortunately, they are not. They can do only one task at a time. They can either eat or they can watch TV, or probably eating TV is a very bad habit that we have. Apart from that, there is no other multitasking men can do. You can watch TV and eat. That's the only multitasking men can do. But women can do thousands of hundreds of activities at the same time. Cook at the same time, take care of the kids, answer the doorbell, and hear whatever the TV serial is going on, right? So they are multitasking, and they think the guys also can do multitasking, which they cannot. So when there's this misunderstanding, there will be fight in the friction in the family. Right? So you have to understand and respect the other person's personality, which is very important. Right? So problem solving is different between men and different between women, or the personality 2, personality 1 and personality 2. They're different. They solve problems differently. Right? But we have to just respect that. So personality 2 is talking to personality 1 and telling the problem and giving the solution. Just hear it out. Don't respond until you have been asked. If you respond, it will be like you'll be palm face. It's like they already have the problem, they already have the solution. They just want you to be an audience. On the other hand, when personality 1 is trying to solve a problem, he'll come out of it, right? If at all he's in the problem solving mode, put him in the room and lock it, right? Till he knocks the door. So either he'll problem solve or he'll go to sleep. So when he's problem solving, he'll come out and he'll tell what is the problem. It may be very most silliest of the problem, but that's how they know to solve it. Right? It may be as silly as tire is flat. As silly as what shirt should I wear tomorrow. Right? So that's all. Okay, this is again connected to the previous thing. So entering the house physically and mentally. So the guy, the personality 1 has come to the home. He's only physically come to the home, right? Mentally, he's still unwinding whatever stress that was there in the office, in the work, or problem solving. He's still in that mode. Physically, he came home, thinking that in the home he'll unwind and solve the problem and come out of the stress cycle and all that. He'll come to the home and he'll be simply sitting, trying to enter into that nothing box. He's physically only into the home. He's not mentally still. His mind is still solving the problem. But that time personality 2 will come and go. What are you thinking? Tell me. I am part of your, am I not important to you? Right? Tell me, I will help you solve the problem. So, he's physically there, he's not mentally there. You give him half an hour. Okay? You give him half an hour, 1 hour, whatever. He'll come out of that. And after coming out of that, he'll only start asking, oh, your mother had called yesterday evening, what happened? Oh, that is the time to know that, okay, he is now physically and mentally into the house. On the other hand, when personality 2 comes into the house, they already physically and mentally come. It's not that they're separate, physically they'll come and mentally they'll come together. That's it. Okay? But personality 1 physically comes, then it needs time to mentally come into the living room, into the house. Right? So, and again, personality 1 should also give time. It's not that only he has to come out of his nothing box. He should also give time in hearing out personality 2's opinion. Right? That is also part of the thing. It's not that you have only unwind. You should also give time to hear what and all happened today in office. What happened today? Which neighbor threw garbage in front of our house? Right? From where did the lizard come? From where did the rat come? So, how many mosquitoes did he catch? So, start encourage, motivate to personality 2 to talk more. So they'll talk and then they'll finish. Life will be beautiful. It's just that because we don't understand the personality types, we think the other personality is also like going to be like us, all the problems are there. Remembering events, men are very poor in this. So if you ask personality one, how much did Sachin Tendulkar score in the 2003 World Cup against Pakistan? They'll give a full essay about the whole thing. He scored 97. He got out to Shoaib Akhtar ball, which was a bouncer. 29th over, everything, full detail, one full essay they can write about it. Right? Next question is, when is my birthday? Or when is my parents' anniversary? Gone. It's not that they can't remember. It's that it's difficult for them to remember. So for anybody to remember an event, they have to attach an emotion to it. And since the personality one always thinks from the mind and not from the heart, they need a very strong emotional impact to remember things. Like probably if that day Sachin Tendulkar would have got century, he wouldn't have remembered the whole episode. Because he got out on 97, strong impact. Oh no, he should have got century. Oh no, he should have. So it's a huge emotional impact, and that's the reason all the memories are attached to it. Emotion can be positive or negative. So for personality one to remember an event, it has to be a huge impact. Because each box is independent, right? One don't collide with each other. For a memory to be formed, there should be a huge impact. Whereas personality two, there are no boxes. It's like everything is wired. And everything is connected to everything. Right? Personality one, everything is separate. There's money, there's job, there's friends, everything is separate. Personality two, everything is connected. And everything is connected to emotion. And even the smallest of emotion will be remembered. And can be pulled back even after 6 years. To that particular day, to the particular point. Because everything is connected to the emotion. And that's how the personality one is very poor in remembering events. Personality two is very good in remembering events. Because they are thinking from the heart. So it's more emotional. Everything is connected to that. And it's not that all men have to be personality one. And it's not that all men have to be personality two. If a girl child is the only child and is being raised to become the next owner or the proprietor of the business, so she'll be having more qualities of personality one. She'll be thinking from the mind. She'll be very analytical. Priority will be business, money, and like that. On the other hand, if a guy is being taken care of very much, very compassionate, so he'll be falling into the category of personality two. The only thing is, if a personality one marries a personality one, there will be friction. Opposites attract. A personality one should marry a personality two. It could be men or it could be women, either ways. A personality one woman should marry a guy who's personality two. Because if both are either one or both are either two, it will not be successful. Or at least we have to understand that the other person is also personality one, I am also personality one. So where I can, compromise, keeping the larger thing in mind, keeping the relationship in mind, right? So that you should start playing the subordinate role or should start playing. So accordingly, you should adjust. Because personality one and personality one together can be friends but cannot be family. Personality two and personality two can be friends but cannot be family. Personality one and two can be family. If everybody starts thinking the same way, this world will become a very, very boring place. Every individual is different, every person is different. That's what is the beauty of this world, right? So it's very important how the other person has brought up, what is he thinking, what is he feeling. When we understand this, there will be lesser friction, lesser problems in the family. And all this constitutes our happiness. The whole point we are discussing this whole thing is because happiness is the real thing, right? Because a human cannot live happy alone. They have to be happy in the family, family circle. Of course, the big topic, we'll have more these things. And quick couple of things we'll discuss. In our culture, at least in India, the father-son relationship and mother and daughter. So the father is a natural teacher for the son. So his affection to the son will not be very explicit. Though he is very affectionate, affection will not be explicit because he is the role of a teacher. Mother is a role of a teacher for the daughter. That's why it will be always like mama's boy and dad's daughter. Because mother will be playing the role of a teacher. So she'll be correcting, don't do this, don't do like that. She always has the role of a teacher. So she'll get more affection or more care from the father, and vice versa for the guys. So guys will get more affection from the mother and more scolding from the father. Because he is the role of a teacher. Right? He wants to make him next or better person. Like. So when it is the role of a teacher, little strictness will be there. But it doesn't mean that the father does not, like his son or anything. In fact, it's told that the Putra Moha is the most strongest of the bonds. Right? We all know about Krishna Deva Raya. We studied his history. Right? He was the most powerful king in India, in South India at least. So nobody could defeat him in battle. Right? There is the Chinese traveler who came visiting India too. He came. So that time he visits Vijayanagara, and he writes, "This is the most wealthiest kingdom that has ever been," because he goes on to say that gold is sold in the streets like vegetables. Such used to be the opulence of the king, and everybody is happy, and nobody is an enemy of that kingdom. If at all there is, he'll finish it. Such a powerful king, he's controlling the whole thing, and he has built the empire single-handedly. What he got from his ancestors was very small. What he created was very big. Right? Nobody could kill him in the battle. Nobody could kill him in the battle. Such was his position. You know what killed him? Putra Moha. His son was poisoned, or his son was bitten by a snake. After that, he just totally collapsed. He became bedridden, and he died. A powerful king who could conquer anything, and Chinese traveler writes about the way he's ruling and all that. And Babar also, he writes that I don't want to enter South India because there is one powerful king there. When he is occupying, conquering, he says there's a very powerful king there, Krishna Deva Raya. So such a king, he collapsed because of the Putra Moha.
He died early also. He was not late.
He died very early. He died very early. So this is very, very strong because he is saying his son as his next successor. Right? That is very strong, and Putra Moha, I hope it doesn't happen to anyone, but it is very, very strong. First child versus second child. The mentality of the first child and the second child will be different. Because the first child, when the mother is conceiving, when the mother is carrying, she'll have a lot of care for the first child. Like my child, she'll be like touching the child. She'll be very, very careful. It's a very first experience for her also, and a lot of care. And always she'll be talking to the child. Oh, my child. No, my child is sleeping. No, my child is playing. So when the child, all this goes into the child. At the time of pregnancy, all these emotions, everything goes into the child. So the first child born will always want somebody around it. Because mother is always talking, mother is always giving company, and mother is always talking good. So the first child of any parent will want people to be around it, especially family. To be very, very close to the mother, very, very close to the family. Second child, when the second child is conceived, the first child will be like 3 years or 2 years or 5 years or 1 year. And the child will be playing around, like messing with things. So what will be the mood of the mother? The mood of the mother will be like very angry. Hey, stop it! Don't do that! Don't do this! Don't do this! Don't do this! So the child will be feeling very, very irritated. Why is the mother telling like this? Don't do this! Don't do this! So it will be like, God, let me get out of this. Let me get out of it. When that child is born, that child, I'm not stereotyping people, right? That second child who is born, who's having all this frustrated, the child will like the family, but the child wants to live alone. It wants to be independent because it's like frustrated with the family, frustrated with his elder child who's like getting priority or is getting better toys or better this thing. Like, I have got a cycle, why is he getting a bike, kind of a thing, no? So the second child will be like, I want to get out of this. Again, so we have to understand the mentality of the second child, and accordingly we should take care of that child. And mother during their pregnancy is very, very important, that how the emotions and what they feel, because all that is going to get into the child. Third, how to deal with elders. This is very important. Either now, or 1,000 years before, or 1,000 years after. When in the house there is somebody who is in the age of 25, 30, and in the house there will be somebody who is in the age of 55, 60. There will always be a misunderstanding. Whatever this person 60 is thinking, and whatever this person 25 is thinking cannot match. Now generation, next generation, 5 generation back, 1000 generation back, 1000 generation ahead, it will not match. The way a 25% guy is thinking or the way 50% guy is thinking. It will never match. And it cannot match. If it is matching, there's something wrong. It will never match. Our ancient system, they handled it very well. You know what they did? Life was split into 4 parts. Brahmachari or the student stage, Grahastha or the household stage. Third important stage was the Vanaprastha. So in this Vanaprastha stage, what will happen is, the elders in the family who are like 50 plus, obviously they will have to retire because their elder child will be 25. When the elder child is 25, pass on the family responsibility to, at the age of 50, to start the retired life. So in this retired life, what they will do is, they will go to one pilgrimage, they will go to one place. They will go to Ayodhya, they will go to Kashi, they will go to Hajj. So they will go to one pilgrimage place and come back. So this process will take some 3 months. Go to come back means not like you catch a flight in the morning, reach there in afternoon, visit and come back in the next day. No. Go to the place will be a 1 month activity. Stay in that place. Again come back for 15-day month. So this way what will happen? The in-laws, the father, mother of the guy would have gone to a place. They'll come back. They'll stay in the place in their son's house for 1 month. Again they'll go back in another direction. They'll come back, stay for 1 month, again go in another direction. This is how so many pilgrimages are made in this country. So they will visit, they'll come back, they'll stay. So this way what happens? Win-win situation. The son and the daughter-in-law is taking care of the in-laws very nicely because anyway they're going to stay 1 month. Right? So let me do whatever sabji they say. Let me watch the channel that they are watching. Let me compromise because anyway they're going to stay 1 month.
Nowadays it's not happening.
That is the point of our system. This was a very wonderful system of Vanaprastha. And the parents are also happy because 1 month the son and the daughter-in-law have taken care of them very nicely. Right? So it's very beautiful because when there is a difference of age group of so much, there will be friction, there will be issues. It cannot be solved. Saas Bahu serial was not there because Saas was not there in the house for long. Now Saas is permanently there and is creating Saas Bahu serials. And the serial runs on for 10 years. And new versions of it starts coming, right? So another thing, stop watching mega serials if you want peace in the family. If you want happiness, peace in the family, please watch. Because mega serial, what happens? There'll be one lady who will be like the most cruel person in the world, who always wants to create problems. On the other extreme, there'll be one lady who will be like very, very nice, like no this thing or in the heart, no harm to others, even a small ant she'll take care. That's it. And there'll be one husband character of that lady who's like not bothered at all. She's like a guest appearance. 10 episodes once he will come and. So if you want happiness and peace in family, please stop watching mega series. And when we purchased the TV like 13 years back, we went from black and white to color TV. That time there was a rule like no mega serial in the house. So my mother came up with another rule. No watching Bangladesh-Kenya match. Only India match. And that too no test match. That time T20 was not there. Only one day match. India has to play, then only we should watch. So okay, win-win situation. As far as mega serial is not entered in the house, we are happy. So till today there is no mega serial in the house. Okay, so how to deal with elders? We have to think that they, what they are thinking, and elders as such, they will want to talk more, right? Because whatever they have knowledge accumulated for so long, they want to pass it on to someone. They just need an audience. Just be an audience to them. They will be very, very happy. How to deal with kids? This is a bigger topic. That's what. So kids, we have to start teaching them basic human values. In Japan, the schools, for first few years, they don't teach any alphabet, anything. Just teach some few songs and basic values. You have to be clean. You have to keep your classroom clean. Honesty is best policy. Only these kind of things. Unfortunately, our education system, even before the child has entered the school, the child is taught nursery rhymes. Like, what is it going to help? Right? Just had the nursery rhymes, A for apple. It's not going to help. To understand the basic human values, somewhere we are missing them. Right? And we have to teach them that food comes from farm, because food is kind of important, right? We cannot eat software. We cannot eat rubbers and tires. We cannot eat money, we have to eat food, and how to grow food. These kind of things, basic human values, how the things. These kind of things we should teach to the kids. And the first kid, second kid, we already covered how to take care of the second kid. You know, when mother is during the pregnancy phase, make sure that you're not very angry, because all that is going to transfer to the child. We are running out of time. One last point. So, everybody has an account called as trust account. Okay. So I have a trust account with all of you. You have a trust among each. So when we are meeting first, so we'll create an image of that person and we'll give some balance. This guy's credit balance is 50. This guy's minus 10. This guy's 1000. And as we start interacting with that person, either the credit balance will increase or decrease. So how we keep interaction with that person that keeps on adding. The interaction could be as simple as, hi, how are you? How are you doing that? So 1 plus point, right? You're just passing, you notice the person and still you do not talk to him, you go 1 minus. Right? So it could be, it's possible that you could be busy. But then make sure that you cover it up, telling that I was busy that day, I couldn't talk to you. So keep on adding this trust. It's with everyone, it's with colleagues, it's with friends, it's with family. Keep on having that trust account, keep on building it. Because that's only will have that relationship as a holistic. Otherwise, the relationship will go reduce, and finally it will become big. So create the trust account and keep on adding to it. And appreciate the other person. Appreciation is a key to happiness, right? So especially personality one, and then we have food on the table. You just appreciate it. Because cooking is not an easy thing. Of course, I would like to cook, right? But everybody may not like to cook. So somebody is cooking, somebody is doing. So appreciate that small effort, right? And by appreciating others, we can get work done from others, right? If you say a guy, change that bulb, it's like an order, right? He'll say, I'll not change. Or he'll say, I'll change it later. And every 6 months you have to keep reminding, change the bulb. On the other way, you just say, see, I can also change the bulb, I can call the electrician. But if you change the bulb, no, it is very nice. No, nobody can change the bulb like you. Just appreciate the person and just see the response. Immediately he'll start doing it. Appreciate. Because human in the emotion is hungry for appreciation. Like tongue is hungry for taste. Stomach is hungry for food. Human is hungry for appreciation. That little pat on the back, right? Say thank you to your cab driver. That little appreciation. When we pass, right? Happiness we pass to him, we also get back. You should stop comparing with others because there is no end to it. He has a bigger car, I have a smaller car, I have an iPhone. What is your use case? Is your use case solving with a small car? Be happy with it. And when we are talking to another person, try to hear the person out before starting your problem. Of course, you've gone to that person for help, but first understand what kind of state of mind he is, understand that, and then start talking about your problem. And in any relationship, keep a low expectation. If we have a low expectation, then the chances of getting, feeling cheated or feeling down is very less because the expectation is low. Anything that comes on top of it is good. But if we set our expectation very high, then we are in a huge risk. Because when that is not met, then worry will start and all that. Keep a low expectation in any relationship. And always be in the mode of giving. Right? When you start giving, the other person will be obliged to give back. If you start expecting, right, it will not work out. First give, then you can expect. Okay, with this we have come to the end of the session. One tip of the day. So snoring, of course it's like totally tangent from what we are discussing. Sometimes personality 2 will complain that personality 1 is snoring, and because of that there's a divorce and all that. So snoring actually happens because of the thickening of the muscles in this region. So 2 things we can do: we can go and get it operated and remove the DEXA muscle, or do a simple neck exercise, and that muscle which is thick will become back again. So simple neck rotation kind of an exercise. Keep on doing very slowly because there's a lot of nerve connection that runs through this neck region. A simple rotation of the neck initially, and then probably you can use a little bit of hand also to slightly press. that will help reduce the snoring. Okay. That's the tip of the day. Any questions we can take? People who want to leave can leave, and people on the WebEx, if you have any questions, we can take. Hope today's session was useful. It was totally very negative. I thought today I will make it a very different kind of an experience. Thank you. Thank you. Happiness video. I'll share that. Happiness video. Yeah, I got this. Sure.
I have a very quick question about the millet. Instead of rice, there are different kinds of millet,
Correct.
right?